you ever questioned if your underwear could be silently affecting your health? Do you still wear the same styles you did years ago without thinking twice? What if a habit you've held for decades is now doing more harm than good, especially after 60? If you're a woman over 60, your underwear choices may not be as harmless as they once seemed. In fact, the fabrics and styles you've trusted for years might now be increasing your risk for infections, skin irritation, or long-term health concerns. This isn't just speculation, it's something more and more doctors are speaking out about. In this video, I'll walk you through 7 critical mistakes women commonly make when it comes to underwear. And trust me, number 6 is something almost every woman does daily without even realizing the risk. So, stay with me to the end. What you learn today could spare you from discomfort, prevent future complications, and help you feel more in control of your health. Before we dive in, a quick favor. If you find this information valuable, please give this video a like. It helps us keep spreading important health tips for aging gracefully. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a helpful update. If you like what you're hearing, comment 1 below. If not, type 0 and tell me why, so I can improve future videos. Now, let's begin. Mistake number 1, wearing synthetic underwear every day. Let's start with something most people rarely talk about, yet it makes a big difference, especially for women over 60. I'm talking about your everyday underwear. For decades, marketing campaigns have glamorized silky lingerie, lace-trimmed panties, and sleek, high-tech performance fabrics. They're advertised as stylish, breathable, seamless, everything you'd want. But here's the reality many gynecologists and dermatologists are now warning about. Once you reach your 60s, synthetic fabrics are no longer your friends. Let me tell you a quick personal story to make this more real. A few years ago, I treated myself to a pack of those trendy, seamless nylon briefs that everyone raves about. They felt amazing, smooth, sleek, and invisible under jeans. At first, I thought I'd finally found the perfect fit, but after just a couple of months, I began noticing subtle irritation. First, a mild itch, then a burning sensation. One day it was barely there, the next, uncomfortable enough to distract me all day. Naturally, I blamed age. I thought, well, maybe this is just another post-menopausal symptom I have to live with. But the real cause? It wasn't my age. It was my underwear. I even went as far as changing my laundry detergent, thinking that maybe it was causing the irritation. I cycled through multiple brands, free of fragrance, dermatologist recommended, but nothing helped. Then, during an honest conversation with my doctor, the real culprit came to light. The problem wasn't my soap, it was my underwear. Synthetic fabrics like polyester, nylon, and spandex are engineered to feel smooth and stretchy, but they come with a hidden cost, one that most of us overlook. These materials trap heat and moisture close to the skin, creating a warm, damp environment. For younger skin, this might be manageable. But for women over 60, especially post-menopause, that same environment becomes a perfect storm. Here's why. As estrogen levels drop with age, the skin, particularly in the vaginal area, becomes thinner and far more delicate. The healthy bacteria that used to provide natural protection, like Lactobacillus salivarius, begin to fade. With our defenses weakened, we're left more susceptible to irritation, infections, and skin breakdown. Now add synthetic underwear that holds in sweat, discharge, or even just friction from daily movement. And it's no wonder so many of us end up with issues like yeast infections, bacterial vaginosis, or even dermatitis. Once I connected the dots, I made a simple but powerful change. I switched to 100% cotton underwear for my everyday wear. And honestly, it was a total game changer. Are cotton briefs as visually glamorous as those sleek, lacy pairs? Maybe not when you first look at them. But let me tell you what is sexy. Waking up without itching, ditching the medicated creams, and feeling at peace in your own body again. Cotton allows your skin to breathe, It's naturally absorbent, gentle, and gives your body the freedom to stay dry and balanced throughout the day. You can still save those silky or lacy pieces for special occasions. There's nothing wrong with indulging in them now and then. Just don't make them your everyday go-to. If you're not sure where to begin, start with brands that offer organic cotton or prioritize breathability and comfort. Look for looser, non-restrictive fits. Once you try them, your body will thank you, and you'll probably wonder why you didn't make the switch years ago. What I've come to understand, and what many women overlook, is that even your most trusted underwear has a shelf life. Yes, even those comfy, familiar pairs you've worn for years. The truth is, hanging on to them too long can quietly impact your health in ways that aren't immediately obvious. Each time you wear, wash, and dry them, the fabric fibers gradually break down. The elastic weakens, the seams begin to loosen, and over time, tiny holes, often invisible to the eye, form in the material. Now here's where things get concerning. Those worn-out fibers can become breeding grounds for bacteria, yeast, and other microorganisms. You might think that hot water, strong detergent, and a few extra rinse cycles will keep things clean, but unfortunately, that's not always enough. Once the fabric is compromised, it's nearly impossible to eliminate all pathogens, no matter how thoroughly you wash them. For women over 60, this becomes an even bigger concern. Our bodies naturally become more prone to issues like urinary tract infections, skin irritation, and increased sensitivity, especially if we occasionally deal with incontinence or discharge. And let's be honest, wearing old, stretched-out underwear just adds fuel to the fire. That's why many doctors now recommend updating your underwear drawer every 6 to 12 months. At first, I thought that sounded a little over the top. Why replace something that still looks fine? But then I asked myself, would I use the same toothbrush for 10 years? Of course not. Because when it comes to hygiene, it's not about how something looks. It's about how clean and safe it truly is. Underwear is no different. It stays in close contact with one of the most delicate areas of your body, and prioritizing hygiene there should never be optional. To make the transition affordable and practical, I've adopted a slow and steady method. Every few months, I toss out a few pairs that show obvious signs of aging, like faded color, stretched waistbands, or thinning fabric, and replace them with fresh, breathable options. It's not about overhauling everything overnight. It's about taking small, consistent steps toward protecting your health. And honestly, there's something deeply empowering about it. Each new pair feels like a tiny investment in my well-being, a gentle reminder that I'm taking care of myself in the ways that truly matter. So take a good, honest look at your underwear drawer. If you find sagging elastic, holes, or pairs you've kept more for nostalgia than functionality, it might be time to say goodbye. You deserve underwear that supports your health, not works against it. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, comment number 1 below so I know you're here with me. Your time matters, and I'm so glad we're having this important conversation together. Thank you for staying with me. Your time and presence truly mean a lot. Now, let's talk about something many women silently struggle with but rarely discuss: the fit of your underwear. Specifically, let's talk about tight underwear. Here's the truth we often avoid. Our bodies aren't 25 anymore. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a flaw or a failure. It's simply the beautiful, natural process of aging. But many of us, myself included, hold on to the belief that we should still wear the same snug, form-fitting panties we rocked in our 20s or 30s. Maybe we think they offer better support, or maybe we just don't want to admit that our bodies have changed. The problem? That tighter is better mindset can lead to more harm than good, especially after 60. You see, as we age, our skin becomes thinner, our tissues more delicate, especially around the pelvic and thigh areas. Tight underwear creates constant pressure. It rubs against the skin, causes chafing, restricts circulation, and in some cases, leads to nerve compression. One of the more painful conditions I learned about firsthand is called meralgia paresthetica. It's when a nerve in your upper thigh gets compressed by tight elastic, causing numbness, tingling, or even a burning sensation that lingers for weeks or months. I went through it myself because I stubbornly refused to size up. I kept telling myself it was fine, that the tightness was just support. But in reality, it was my body asking for relief. Let's be real. Aging often comes with shifts in weight, changes in body shape, and sometimes a bit more softness around the middle. And that's completely normal. The solution isn't to fight your body, it's to adapt to it with love and care. That's why your underwear should evolve with you. Instead of clinging to styles designed for your younger self, choose ones that prioritize comfort, breathability, and health. Look for high-rise cuts with soft, wide waistbands that rest gently against your skin instead of digging into it. Stretch cotton blends are excellent. They offer just enough give to support without squeezing. Here's a simple tip. If you can't slide a finger easily under the waistband or leg opening, they're too tight. This shift in mindset isn't about giving up on style. It's about reimagining what comfort, confidence, and self-respect look like at this stage of life. There are so many beautiful options out there. Soft cotton briefs with gentle prints, smooth fabrics that let your skin breathe, and cuts that hug without constricting. Choosing underwear that fits your body today isn't just a wardrobe decision. It's an act of self-love and a powerful step toward better health. Comfort isn't just a nice-to-have as we age. It becomes a vital part of how we care for ourselves. That brings us to something that genuinely surprised me when I first heard it. You shouldn't sleep in underwear every night. Now, if you're anything like I was, this idea might sound strange at first. For decades, I slipped into bed with my underwear on, thinking it was the hygienic thing to do. It felt like a protective barrier, normal, routine, even necessary. But a candid conversation with my gynecologist completely changed the way I looked at this nightly habit. She explained that for women over 60, especially those of us post-menopause, sleeping in underwear can actually be counterproductive. Why? Because your vaginal area, just like your lungs or your skin, needs to breathe. And nighttime, when we're relatively still for long hours, is the perfect time to let it do just that. Even if your underwear is made from breathable fabric, it can still trap heat and moisture against the skin. That creates a warm, damp environment, exactly the conditions that bacteria and yeast love to thrive in. And for those of us experiencing age-related changes like light incontinence, discharge, or sensitive skin, this can spell trouble. Itching, odor, rashes, or even full-blown infections like UTIs or yeast overgrowth can all be traced back, at least in part, to a lack of airflow at night. Many gynecologists who specialize in postmenopausal health now suggest skipping underwear entirely at bedtime, at least a few nights a week, if not every night. When I first heard that, I was hesitant. Honestly, it felt a little too exposed, a little vulnerable, but I decided to try it gradually. I swapped my usual underwear and pajama combo for just a pair of soft, loose cotton pajama bottoms. Within a week, I could feel the difference. My skin wasn't as irritated. I slept more peacefully, without the subtle constriction I hadn't even realized was bothering me. It was as if my body was finally able to fully relax at night. If going commando feels too abrupt, don't worry. There's a gentle middle ground. Try wearing a loose-fitting nightgown or flowy cotton pajama pants. These give you coverage while still allowing the air to circulate, keeping things dry and balanced. It's not about giving up underwear altogether. It's about giving your body the rest it needs, especially during the hours when it has the best chance to heal, reset, and breathe. Try it for a few nights. See how your skin responds. You might be amazed at how something so simple can bring so much relief, not just physically but mentally too. Because in this stage of life, aging gracefully is really about tuning into your body and making thoughtful choices that honor its needs, even in the quiet, tender hours of the night. It's amazing how the smallest habits, things we hardly think twice about, can quietly have the biggest impact on our health. If you're still with me, I truly appreciate your time and attention. Let's continue with something that might surprise you as much as it surprised me. Stop using scented or harsh detergents on your underwear. For years, I was completely charmed by those beautifully labeled bottles promising the scent of lavender fields, crisp mountain air, or a tropical breeze. They lined the shelves like little bottles of luxury, and I was hooked. Every load of laundry felt like I was giving my clothes a spa day. I especially thought my underwear was getting the best care possible, clean, fragrant, and fresh. But I couldn't have been more wrong. You see, like many women, I equated a strong, pleasant scent with cleanliness and comfort. It never occurred to me that the very products I trusted could be the root cause of a problem I didn't want to talk about. Persistent itching, mild burning, and a feeling of irritation I couldn't quite pinpoint. I experimented with different underwear materials, switching from synthetic to cotton, even tried wearing panty liners more often. Still, the discomfort continued, nagging me daily and silently stealing my peace of mind. Eventually, during a regular checkup, I finally mentioned it to my doctor. I expected a prescription, maybe a soothing cream. Instead, she asked one question that shifted everything. "What kind of laundry detergent are you using?" It hit me like a light bulb moment. I went home and took a closer look at those familiar bottles. That's when I learned what no one ever tells you. Many mainstream laundry detergents, especially the ones with strong scents, are packed with hidden irritants. Fragrances, dyes, optical brighteners, and chemical additives don't always rinse out completely. Instead, they cling to your clothes, and especially your underwear, the fabric that sits closest to your most intimate skin all day long. Now, think about this. As we get older, our skin, especially in the vaginal and vulvar area, becomes thinner, more sensitive, and produces fewer protective oils. That means it's even more vulnerable to irritation. So when those lingering chemical residues rub against already delicate skin, combined with natural moisture like sweat or discharge, it can lead to redness, rashes, or infections that we often misdiagnose as something else entirely. This isn't just about switching laundry products. It's about protecting your comfort, your confidence, and your health from something as basic and as overlooked as what you use to wash your underwear. So take a moment, check your detergent label, and consider going fragrance-free. Your skin will thank you in ways you didn't even realize it needed. Infections like bacterial vaginosis or yeast overgrowth. And let's not even talk about fabric softeners. For the longest time, I adored how they made my clothes feel silky smooth and how they filled the laundry room with that irresistible fresh scent. I thought I was pampering my clothes, but what I didn't realize was that those softeners were doing more harm than good, especially when it came to my underwear. You see, fabric softeners often leave behind a waxy, water-repellent coating. It's designed to keep fabric soft, yes, but it also creates a barrier that traps heat, moisture, and bacteria right against your skin. Think of it like wrapping yourself in plastic wrap every day. No breathability, no airflow, just a damp, warm environment, the exact conditions that bacteria and yeast love to multiply in. It's almost like inviting irritation and infection to make themselves at home. So what did I do after that eye-opening talk with my doctor? I completely changed my laundry routine. I switched to a detergent that was fragrance-free and hypoallergenic, specifically created for sensitive skin. These formulas avoid perfumes, dyes, and other unnecessary additives, giving your clothes a deep, pure clean without layering on the chemical residue. I also added one more step, an extra rinse cycle for all of my underwear. It may sound like a hassle, but it ensures that every last bit of detergent is rinsed away. And let me tell you, the difference was immediate. No more itching, no more strange discomfort that I couldn't explain. Just calm, healthy skin. I finally felt at ease pulling on freshly washed underwear instead of bracing myself for irritation. If this advice sounds extreme, I understand. I felt the same way at first. After all, isn't a clean scent part of the charm of doing laundry? But here's the truth I've come to accept. That clean smell is often just fragrance, a chemical cloak that hides what's really going on beneath the surface. And when your skin becomes more delicate with age, what you can tolerate at 30 may not serve you well at 60 and beyond. So take a moment to reconsider your laundry shelf. Reach for products labeled free and clear or hypoallergenic, and read the ingredient list with care. Your underwear should support your health, not challenge it. Trust your skin. It knows what it needs. And it just might be asking for a little less scent and a lot more kindness. Hygiene, for many of us, has always been about feeling fresh, in control, and ready to face the day. For years, slipping on a panty liner seemed like a simple, harmless solution, whether it was for occasional spotting, mild discharge, or just that desire to feel clean and protected. It became such a routine that I rarely thought twice about it. But what I didn't realize, until both my doctor and my own experience taught me, is that using panty liners every single day may actually be working against our health, especially as we age. Here's the problem. Even the ultra-thin panty liners are typically made with plastic backings, sticky adhesives, and synthetic fibers. While these materials help the liner stay in place and prevent leaks, they also prevent your skin from breathing. The result? Heat and moisture become trapped against the vulvar and vaginal tissue, creating the perfect environment for bacteria and yeast to thrive. It's like wrapping your skin in plastic wrap all day. Now, unless you're changing that liner every few hours, and let's be real, most of us aren't doing that, you're essentially allowing that dampness to linger. Over time, this can lead to irritation, redness, itching, or even more serious infections like yeast overgrowth or bacterial vaginosis. And the risk only grows with age. After menopause, our estrogen levels drop, leading to thinner, more sensitive vaginal tissue and a less acidic environment, both of which reduce the body's natural defenses. Add in a daily panty liner, and you're locking in moisture that can worsen those vulnerabilities. Instead of protection, we may unknowingly be making our skin more fragile and prone to micro tears, chronic irritation, or persistent odors, the very things we hoped liners would help prevent. That doesn't mean panty liners are inherently bad. They have their place. For those days when you're experiencing light leakage, spotting, or more noticeable discharge, they can be a helpful tool. But using them, just in case, day in and day out, is where trouble begins. If you do need to wear one, opt for a fragrance-free, cotton-based liner and make sure to change it every 4 to 6 hours. Better yet, when you don't truly need one, skip it altogether. Let your body breathe. Let your skin regulate naturally without artificial barriers. When I finally cut back on daily use, I expected to feel less fresh, maybe even a little unkempt. But the opposite happened. My skin felt drier, calmer, and much less irritated. It became clear to me that real freshness doesn't come from layering products. It comes from honoring your body's need for airflow and balance. If you're unsure about giving them up entirely, try easing into it. Use liners only when truly necessary, and give your body a break whenever possible. You might just find, like I did, that freedom feels far better than a false sense of cleanliness. If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons helpful, please comment number 3 below to let me know you're here with me. Let me know that you're still here with me. Thank you for spending your valuable time with this video. Now, let's talk about something many women avoid mentioning even in the most trusted company: incontinence. Whether it's a small leak during a hearty laugh, a sudden sneeze, or an unexpected cough, mild incontinence is far more common than we've been led to believe. Especially as we age, it becomes a reality for many women. But here's the truth. It's not a sign of weakness or something to feel embarrassed about. It's simply a natural outcome of life's transitions, like childbirth, menopause, or aging-related changes in pelvic floor strength. The real challenge lies not in the condition itself, but in how we manage it, especially when it comes to our choice of underwear. For the longest time, I tried to handle it quietly by doubling up on panty liners, wearing thicker briefs, or just sticking to the underwear I'd always worn. It felt like the easy, discreet solution. No need to talk about it, no need to feel vulnerable. But as it turns out, those solutions were only temporary patches. In fact, they often made things worse. Layering panty liners, or relying on old, ill-fitting underwear, left me feeling damp, irritated, and constantly worried about odor, especially during active days or while out running errands. It wasn't just uncomfortable. It was exhausting, both physically and emotionally. Here's what I've come to learn, through both research and honest conversations with healthcare professionals. Your underwear plays a critical role in how effectively you manage incontinence. Standard underwear, whether it's too loose or too tight, simply doesn't cut it. Loose underwear can't wick away moisture properly, leaving your skin feeling wet and prone to chafing. Too tight styles, on the other hand, can cause friction, trap moisture, and lead to painful rashes or irritation, especially in those delicate areas that become more sensitive with age. And let's not forget the materials. Fabrics like polyester or lace may look lovely, but they're often non-absorbent. They hold on to moisture instead of pulling it away, which only increases the risk of lingering wetness, irritation, and odor. The real game changer came when I discovered modern incontinence underwear. Now, before you picture something bulky or unflattering, let me stop you there. These aren't the outdated diaper-like garments you might be imagining. Today's incontinence underwear is thoughtfully designed with women like us in mind. Functional, discreet, stylish, and above all, comfortable. They're made with advanced absorbent fabrics that pull moisture away from your skin while keeping you dry, confident, and odor-free. The difference in my daily comfort and peace of mind has been remarkable. No more doubling up. No more silent discomfort. Just the quiet confidence that comes from knowing your body is supported, without shame, without compromise. So if you've been managing leaks in silence or relying on makeshift solutions, consider exploring this new generation of underwear. Because comfort and dignity shouldn't be optional, they should be built in. They're designed to look and feel just like your favorite pair of briefs. Sleek, soft, and so comfortable that they blend effortlessly into your wardrobe. But what truly sets them apart is the thoughtful innovation behind the fabric. These aren't ordinary garments. They're crafted with advanced features like moisture-wicking layers, odor-neutralizing technology, and discreet absorbent cores that keep your skin dry, fresh, and protected throughout the day. And they're not just for those with heavy incontinence. Many brands now offer lighter versions, perfect for those occasional oops moments that happen during a laugh, a sneeze, or a long walk. If you're experiencing leaks more than once a week, doctors often recommend these specialized options over relying on standard liners or basic underwear. It's a proactive choice that can bring comfort, boost confidence, and free you from the constant worry of dampness or discomfort. When selecting incontinence underwear, go for breathable, hypoallergenic materials. Think cotton or bamboo blends. Look for styles that offer a snug but gentle fit, without digging in or causing pressure. And don't worry about compromising on looks. Many modern designs include elegant details like lace trims or soft hues, so you can feel stylish while staying supported. For me, making the switch to incontinence underwear was a small yet powerful act of self-care. It wasn't about surrender. It was about reclaiming my sense of freedom and dignity. If you're still unsure, try wearing a pair on your most active days, or on days when you know you might need a little extra support. You may be surprised by how secure, dry, and confident you feel. So there you have it. 7 essential underwear changes that can protect your health and preserve your comfort as you embrace the beauty of aging. From choosing breathable fabrics and letting go of worn-out favorites to giving your body room to breathe at night, these small shifts can lead to a much more comfortable, empowered daily life. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one tip or insight from today's video that you're ready to put into practice? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's support each other in this journey of healthy aging. If you found this video helpful, please like it, share it with someone who needs it, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more smart, practical tips to age with grace, strength, and joy. Wishing you vibrant health, deep happiness, and lasting peace. And remember to subscribe to Healthy Aging Blueprint for more inspiring guidance every week.